Oh, I shared already on our group chat because I know that not everybody will be joining the meeting. So I want to share this to equally to other people too. When I when I attended a New Jersey Success Academy, I share to all of you the energy for it. Even myself for attending Success Academy so many times, many different places. I always get inspired with the energy at New Jersey Success Academy. And I saw a lady. So this is a picture. So this is an actual screen capture from Success Academy in Korea. But this one and this one is a screen. I actually took a picture. So I was sitting. I took a picture. So I saw a lady walking around the hall wearing this costume, and I didn't know. So at first, I didn't recognize her. So at first, I thought she was an entertainer. Because sometimes at Atomy Canada, when we do have a Success Academy, we have an entertainer who will entertain for us. They sing, they dance. So I thought she was an entertainer until she come on the stage and introduce herself. And she is a new star master in Mongol. At first, she spoke in Korean, I think two sentences, and then later there was a translator. Everything she explained amazed me and motivate me. I explained already. See the one she's having on her hat over here. If you don't explain, probably many people will just think that, oh, she's just wearing a hairband just for accessory. But I told you that's a hearing aid. None of us have those problems. So we cannot make any excuses that we cannot do atomy. We cannot say atomy is hard. Even a person with a disability still make to the Star Master. Not only that, can you look at the picture? How many children? She said she just gave birth to the last one last, oh, not last, yeah, last October. But she's still on the go. And definitely to her, children are the reason that she can stop doing it at Atomy. Because of Atomy, she can really open lots of opportunity for her children. She also mentioned it wasn't easy for her either because before Atomy, she also opened up a restaurant. No, she opened up a restaurant in Mongol, but somehow it didn't go well. So of course, the money she invested, we all know, like, beside Atomy, any types of business you are getting involved, there is a capital investment. If you want to open up a restaurant, of course, you need to buy furniture, so you need to hire, you need to buy the, cooking equipment. So there's a certain capital investment has to be made for you to open up business. But when those business doesn't go well, what happened? You lose all that money. But around that time, she got introduced to me, despite all those challenges. So I think we cannot make any complaints or excuses that we cannot do that to me. We're a better situation than where she is. Anybody have more than three children, four children? I only have two. So I know that I cannot make complaints. Even with her situation, she made it. PNS is treating. Okay, so that's one thing about it. So I want to share this picture because remember the story that I share on our group chat that one member in South Carolina, she had really unknown like virus attacked her, and then that caused her critical sickness, and she almost died because of that. So where I heard the story, it was not one of the person who shared her testimony during a stage. Actually, I heard the story from Star Master Esther Lee. And if you've been here probably more than 2 years, we actually had a Zoom session with her. Hear her road to success, how she started at me, how she drive 10 hours here and there to share at me. So I heard from her team member doing so well with HemoHIM. So that's a story that I exactly share on our group chat. Remember, the wife, the lady who's working at she was working at a hospital. She got attacked by an unknown virus, and even doctor kind of gave up. Right, there is no solution for her to continue her life. So doctor recommended her husband to really prepare for the funeral because there's no hope. Around the time, she got introduced. Her friend, who was already doing it at me and who already know about HemoHIM, asked her just take HemoHIM, but as a last hope, right? It was a hope because she didn't want to give up. So she started taking HemoHIM. After 4 months of taking HemoHIM, miracle happened. So imagine if you witness your friend almost dying because of an unknown virus, and when you see her 4 or 5 months later, she's healthy again. Wouldn't you curious to find out what made her get healthy? And once you find out it is HemoHIM, don't you want to take it also? That's how she also got involved in the business too. Of course, at first, they weren't interested in the business. The couple, how can they not go crazy? And even her, neighbors or friends, family, they all went crazy. What this product? So I heard she's living in South Carolina, but all her contacts in Europe, they are sending 100 boxes of HemoHIM to Germany too, before Germany introduced HemoHIM to their website. And we all know once consumers fall in love with the HemoHIM, it's not a one-time purchase; it becomes a monthly purchase. And once you feel the benefit of a HemoHIM, you keep on sharing to the other people. Just because of that start, that team having a 3 Shareholders Master based on what they have witnessed from that lady living in South Carolina. Of course, they become Shareholders Master. Even their partner becoming Shareholders Master by sharing it. So we always feel amazed every time we attend the seminars or like in meetings. There are many different types of HemoHIM testimonials. Right? We already know the basic of a HemoHIM, but how this product can help individual people, it's really unknown. And if you have attended a meeting on Tuesday, Sheena mentioned already about her. Guess how old she is? At first, when me and Sheena was looking at her on the screen, I just assumed that she probably 70 or maybe 69 because her posture and her voice, it was very powerful, right? And she looked very elegant and the way she talked, she's probably 69, 70, early 70s. That's what we're thinking. But half of way her speech, she said 81. I believe she said 81. And we were like, excuse me? But even her testimony was really, I really got a goosebump with her testimony. Her story really go back when she first gave birth to her kid. She had, I think, miscarriage or something happened with her first pregnancy. But with the second pregnancy, she had a C-section. But somehow from that moment, she started having a cramps on her leg. You know how many years? You get a goosebump when you hear the story too. She had a cramps for 30 years, not a 13, 30 years. She tried it everything. So, she said her husband, who's a lawyer, he passed away, but while he was alive, they did different treatments. I'm sure he could afford it. So, you know what? Of course, he doesn't want to see his wife suffering from cramps because she said it will attack even while she's sleeping, even while she's driving. If the cramping happened while she's driving, she need to stop. She need to pull over and she need to stop. So she went through the life for 30 years. There was no cure. None of the treatment that she did with the doctors didn't work. And she said she even asked God sometimes, like, why you giving me this kind of such a pain? So imagine 30 years of having no, I remember having the cramps even when I was pregnant, probably 2 or 3 times. I remember it was horrible and I don't want to have that experience again. But imagine having that for 30 years. And she got introduced to HemoHIM. What happened? Cramp gone. The pain in her leg disappeared. So how can you not go crazy with HemoHIM? So starting with that, she's going out, busy sharing it, HemoHIM, and I'm sure all the other product. And she was there as a not only sales master, auto sales master for age 81. All her friends who are in the same age group, they also fall in love with that HemoHIM, sharing HemoHIM. So when I was sitting, the lady who sat beside me, I don't know her. Probably she's one of the member in USA. So I was like, oh my God, 81, she's amazing. And she said, oh, she's my partner. She's 81. Yeah, I know. It was hard for me to believe it also. So that's a power of a HemoHIM. Okay, so when we share the testimonials of HemoHIM, some people don't want to believe it. Some people think that, oh, maybe you're making up a story. You just want to introduce it. But when you hear those stories, you really want to go out there, share HemoHIM. Because what if she didn't get introduced to HemoHIM? Probably until today, she would be suffering from having those, the pain on her legs. But now she's living a different life without pain. don't feel down when you get rejection. They're only rejecting you because they don't know HemoHIM or they don't know Atomy. They're not rejecting you personally. Why we need to go to one day seminar, Success Academy? When you hear those personal testimonials in person, you will get fired up again to share Atomy, and you will feel once again, you know what? It is possible for me too. Last couple of weeks or last couple of months, I've been keep on getting rejections, but I'm motivated with those stories. I'm gonna move forward. Right? Amazing, right? 81.